My dad left home when I was 3. He didn't leave much to mar on me, just his old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. No, I don't blame him because you're running ahead, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought it was quite a joke. He got a lot of laughs from a lot of folk, seemed to have to fight my whole life through. Some guy would giggle and I'd go red, some guy would laugh and I'd bust his head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard and my wits got keen. I roamed from town to town to hide my shame. But I made a vow to the moon and stars, I'd search the honky-tonk and bar and kill that man who gave me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July. I just hit town and my throat was dry. I thought I'd stop and have myself a brew at an old saloon on a street of mud. There at the table dealing sud sat that dirty mangy dog that named me Sue. Oh, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from the worn-out picture that my mother had. I knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He was big and bad and grey and old, and I looked at him and my blood ran cold. And I said, my name is Sue, how do you do? Now you're gonna die. Well, I hit him hard right between the eyes, and he went down, but to my surprise, come up with a knife and he cut off a piece of my ear. But I busted a chair right across his teeth. We crashed through the wall and into the street, kicking and gouging in the mud and the blood and the beer. Well, I tell you, I fought tougher man, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. Well, I heard him laugh and I heard him cuss. He went for his gun, but I pulled my first. He stood there looking at me, and I saw him smile. And he said, son, this world is rough. If a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough. And I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I gave you that name and said goodbye. I knew you'd have to get tough or die, and it's the name that helped to make you strong. He said, you've just fought one hell of a fight. I know you hate me and you got the right to kill me now. Wouldn't blame you if you do. Well, you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in your gut and the spit in your eye, 'cause I'm the son of the bitch that named you Sue. I got all choked up and I threw down my gun. I called him my pa and he called me son. I came away with a different point of view, and I think about him now and then, every time I try and every time I win. And if I ever have a son, I think I'm gonna name him Bill or George or anything but Sue. I still hate that name.